How to use pricing software to automate your business, make more money. My name's Ryan, teaching property investors just like yourself how to acquire property fast. So what I want to do today is I want to show you exactly how I use pricing software in our service accommodation business to automate all the pricing, automate the bookings, but also drive the right price to make sure that we're maximizing the profit and ultimately getting the best occupancy that we can. So I'm just going to jump into a few of our websites that we do use and show you exactly what I'm talking about and show you exactly what we do. Now there's various different theories on pricing, and some people think that you should increase your prices the closer the stay becomes and have discounts further out. I actually work on the other model, so I have a price high price set further out, and I discount it down to a certain level as we get closer to that stay. Now I use a pricing software called Pricelabs. There's many softwares out there, but Pricelabs for me I've used for quite some time now, and I find it's great. It works really, really well, and we're getting the results that we need from it. So why change? But what you can do on Pricelabs is let's just jump into your customizations here. You can customize various different things, so you can have different customizations for different property groups. You can have different locations, etc. I tend to just have the same for all of them. I think they work pretty well, and it works very well. So what you can do with Pricelabs, you can have last minute prices discounted. So what you can do here is turn this on, and then you could have, say, a 20% discount within 10 days. What that means that every day, counting down, so on day 10 it will give 2% off, on day 9 it will give another 2% off, and it creeps it all the way down to the last minute price, which is obviously the day of stay, because once that day's passed, you can't make any profit from it, which is no good. But at the same time, I've turned this off recently because I found that at the minute, there's a lot of last minute bookings coming in. People want flexibility in the booking last minute. I think a lot of people got burnt with travel during COVID, booking far out. So a lot more people are a bit more reluctant to book too far ahead. So a lot of people are booking last minute, and I kind of spotted this trend about a month or so ago, and I just decided that I'm going to turn this off because I don't really feel that I needed to discount down. Naturally, the way I have the system, in the way that the system works with supply and demand and how close you stay is to how close your price is to the date of stay, it'll reduce it down naturally anyway to try and fill your room. But then I have a minimum price which you can set in your review prices. You can have your minimum prices set here, so it will not drop below that price. And for me that was enough. I didn't need to discount, but that's also the minimum price. So if the market's actually given higher than that price, then Pricelabs will price it higher, and that doesn't mean it'll take it all the way down to that price. So although in the top one there the example was £80, if the market's given £110 a night, then my price will be £110 up to the date of stay. Now if I'd had that other customization on where it reduced it down, it would then start to discount that 110 by 20% over the 10 days leading to the stay. So ultimately you'd end up with another £22 a night taken off that stay. So for me, I felt like I was just giving money away, so I took it off, and we've still, the occupancies remain. So these are the things that you need to track them when you do test things. You should always test things, but then you should always track the results to see what effect it's had, and then how it plays out in terms of your profit lines. So for me, I turned that off. We continued to be booked, and obviously we were making more money, which was ideal. Orphan days, so this is if I have a 2-night minimum stay on both weekdays and weekends, as you can see there. But on a weekday, if there's a gap day, as it's called, so say for example someone books on a Wednesday and then there's a booking in Friday, Saturday, Sunday, then obviously that leaves Thursday as a gap day. Now, if someone wanted to book Thursday on the 2-night minimum rules stay, they couldn't, because obviously there's not 2 days to book. So rather than just give up that day, I have an 80% uplift in price. So you can see there to premium. So if let's say for argument's sake, the price is £100 a night as a standard rate, that will uplift it by 80%. So the price will be £180 for one night. Now, if someone wants to book that one night stay at an 80% premium, I'm quite happy to take that booking, because even including the cleaning and the linen, I'm still going to make a profit. Now, when I first started my SA venture off, I had one night stays on, and we were doing a lot of one night bookings on, you know, cheap flats or houses where I was only charging 50, 60 pounds a night. And obviously I was making no money, because, you know, by the time you clean it and your linen, you would just, you know, turn it. But at the beginning, obviously what you don't know, you don't know. It was trial and error. I was learning from my mistakes, and I quickly realized that one nights were no good. I have toyed with putting this to 3 days. Weekends doesn't really work for me. Weekdays, it was hit and miss, so I just went back to 2 days. I think the area that we operate in, it seems to work well. So, you know, again, why change a winning formula? You can have minimum stays for last minute bookings. You can have a minimum stay for far out bookings. So for me, it always remains the same. I could change that to 3. I have done that. I have tested that. And again, you know, we weren't getting loads of bookings, so I just changed it back. For me, most people book within 30 days of the stay. So even more so now, probably within 20, 25 days of the stay. So this sort of data here, you're not going to pick up massive amounts of bookings unless there's an event on or something like that. So what they then have is, obviously I've got my uplift for my day of the week pricing, which I've got set as I've actually got these set on each property, because each property is different. And again, this comes with experience of knowing your property. Whilst tools like Pricelabs are good, they don't always know your property as well as you do, know your area as well as you do. Case and example was, I've got a really nice two-story 4-bed place in Tynemouth, which is on the coast. And you know, the rate map on a Friday and Saturday night, it wasn't boosting the weekend price up. But I know, given the area, given the location, that is a good weekend sort of place. So I naturally put in, I think it was a 50 or 75% uplift on the price, on the base price for the weekend. So it's not just a case of set and forgetting these tools. You've got to be working with them. You know, the data's only as good as you put in. Obviously, it relies on a lot of other data that it collects, you know, other bookings, all the channels, occupancies, etc., and it floats the prices. But you should be in here setting the core of it all and setting your base rates to make sure that you're floating off the right price. You'll see here, I've got a minimum far out pricing. So anything outside of 15 days right now, I uplift the price 50% and I uplift the weekend price 100%. So this is working fine for us. You know, as I said, most people are booking quite, you know, within this date range. And if someone wants to book outside that date range, then I'm quite happy to take the booking. You know, I am quite happy to take the booking, because obviously we're going to get double the amount of money. So, you know, it's a win-win. And then, so this then obviously feeds our channel manager, which is Beds24. And as you can see here, you know, you can see here the prices, they're all fluctuating, they're all different. And then sort of outside that 15-day range, they start to really jump up. You know, same for every single property that we've got, you know. So you can see the prices fluctuate based on the supply and demand. And then outside the 15 days, they jump up, you know. So if people want to book those, then I'm quite happy to take those bookings. And, you know, I think there is a fine balance between, you know, occupancy and price. And I think you've got to make sure that you're not too cheap, that you're just getting, you know, booked out for the sake of booking out, and you're not actually making any money. And then, you know, at the same time, you've got to make sure that you're full enough that you are getting, you know, money coming in, you know. So it is a fine balance. And, you know, I'm always in this tweaking around. You know, I think Pricelabs have got some great stuff, you know, these marketing dashboards that they've got, you know, which kind of shows you trends of what's happening in the industry and you know, what's happening in your areas. And, you know, there's some good data. And I think if you analyze this data, you know, you don't have to spend hours doing it, but, you know, just a quick glance could just trigger something that, you know, you just might want to change. You know, obviously during COVID, we've all been through, you know, quite a fluctuation of stuff happening. You can see there, you know, the bookings were hardly anything in April, and, you know, it's starting to really pick back up again. You know, so it's just, you know, there's loads of trends, future bookings, you know, occupancy, new bookings, new cancelled, you know, so there's loads of great data. You can see here how the prices have bumped up, you know, so obviously, you know, pre-COVID, and then the prices are bumping up. And then, you know, so use the data to get where you need to be, and it's a really good tool. And then plug it in with something like Beds24, any channel manager for that matter. And then this kind of fluctuates your pricing based on your rate price. So it automatically sort of searches the data, and it, you can see here it tells you, your demand forecast for this weekend is low, neighborhood occupancy 47%, so but I'm not too concerned. I'm not too concerned. Whilst this here looks pretty empty, I'm not too concerned, because Sunday nights for us, which is here, we're seeing all these contractor bookings coming in, and that's happened for the last probably 2 months now. These bookings come in and come in and come in, and that's just the way it's working now. You can see here I've got my the customizations I was talking about, your weekdays, your day of the week, price increases, Friday 50%, Saturday 50%, Sunday 25%. Now here's a great little tip. So if somebody actually only wants your property for a Saturday night, they more than likely will book Saturday and Sunday. And again, learn from my mistakes. I kind of spotted this where they were booking Saturday, Sunday was not as big a booking for the weekend as I would like, as obviously Friday and Saturday the money's a lot bigger. So what I decided to do was uplift my Sunday price slightly. So for those that are just booking for the Saturday night and they're choosing the cheaper of the 2 nights either side, at least I'm collecting a bit more money than normal, because they're never going to book the Friday night. They'll always look to book the Sunday night. The downside of making it totally the same price is I don't want to put any contractors off, because they do tend to arrive on Sundays. So, I don't want to have a huge hike in price, because really a Sunday is a real sort of mix between a weekday day and an end of weekend. So the rate for me shouldn't be, especially in a tourist sort of area, it shouldn't be the same as a Friday or a Saturday night. It needs to sort of be more in line with the weekday pricing. So I just uplifted that on the Sunday night there, and again, it works well for us. So that's kind of how I use the price and rate maps, and that's how I would strongly recommend that people use them. They're very, very good. It's not a set and forget though. I do see people just plug this in, they set their base price, and that's it, and then they just think that the system is going to take over. The system doesn't always take over, but it doesn't always know exactly what you know about your area and about your properties. So and as you can see the bookings coming in, you get a feel for what prices are working, what prices aren't working, and it's a constant evolving thing as well. So I make every Wednesday I check into this, and I look through all the properties, I have a look at all the occupancy rates, I see what the bookings are like for the week ahead, what the bookings are like for the 30-day outlook. I'm not too bothered about the 60-day outlook. I don't think that's really relevant to what we do. I'm more interested in just 7 and 30 days. And, and then I make the necessary tweaks to try and get the places full. So that's how I use it. It's a great tool. Obviously, if you want any more tips or service accommodation, HMOs, lease options, drop me comments below on the videos. Let me know what you want to see, and I'll put the videos together for you. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are wanting to, get more and more information around the property game. I'm dropping videos every single day. And if you want to take your journey to the next level, then head over to nextlevelpropertyinvesting.com, book a call with myself. We'll have a chat, and I'll show you exactly what I can do for you on a one-to-one basis. Have an awesome day, everyone. Take care.